And we're back. It seems like a long time since we've done this. I think it's been about 5 weeks or so.
It is a long time.
Yeah, we were meant to do it last week, but things got in the way. So we weren't unfortunately able to be there. But we're back
In
live.
black.
Back in black live this week. So there you
Woohoo.
go. Woohoo indeed. Right, I'm going to do my usual things about making sure that people can see this. And hopefully Zoe will talk
I'm
about
going to waffle on
Waffle
while
on.
Richard gets ready.
Yeah, just waffling
So,
on.
hello everyone, we've missed you all. It's been a long time since we've done this. Just wanted to say a couple of things about workshops that we're doing at the moment. So, this weekend coming up in Bath, we have a beginners workshop on the Saturday, 2 p.m. till 5. Still a few spaces, but not many. So if you know of any beginner people that would like to give Sir Rock a go or have a fun afternoon, then do please let them know about that. And also we have a Swindon intermediate workshop with myself and Richard. Sorry, I should say the beginners is with Sarah and Richard. And there's just a few spaces left on that as well. So if you are looking to have some fun, 1:45 till 4:45.
That's for Swindon, yeah.
On Swindon. On Sunday in Swindon, if you'd like to join. And while we've got you all here, we thought we would just ask, is there anybody who would like to do any particular kind of workshops? Because we're looking for inspiration and ideas for the topic. So maybe it's dips and drops, or maybe it's scrolls and seducers, or whips and dips.
Whips and dips. We quite like that name, don't we?
Or something like that. So just let us know, or if you fancy a bit of Latin flavour, then do let us know what type of workshops you fancy, because it will give us some ideas and inspirations of what themes to run along the way.
Yeah, so the basic premise is that from now on, we've got beginners in Bath this weekend and Swindon with intermediates. From this weekend on, it's just going to be one intermediate workshop every weekend. So for this weekend, next weekend and the weekend after, it'll be Swindon, and then it's going to alternate between Swindon and Bath every weekend after that, right up until Christmas is the plan, providing that we don't get locked down. Okay, so just one of the frequently asked questions that people always ask about that is, if we book on and the workshop gets cancelled due to COVID restrictions, will we get our money back? And the answer is no. Yes, the answer is sorry.
You're so funny.
So yeah, the answer is yes. Of course you will. Okay, if you've cancelled because you can't make it on the day or something like that, then I'm afraid that's down to yourselves. But if we are restricted ourselves, then you won't get. Then you will get your money back. That was okay, right. If the workshop is sold out and we are able to resell your ticket, and you do need to cancel for whatever reason, and we are able to resell your ticket, as we have done a number of times over the last couple of months, and that's great. If we can't, then unfortunately that's just the way life goes. So for those that don't know, haven't seen us before doing this, the general theme of what we look at here is we've got a number of little updates we're going to do to start with, and then we start off with the questions. And what we love is interaction with you guys. The whole point of us doing this is to put some smiles on people's faces. We've all survived the summer, which has been good, and we've now got dark evenings, rubbish weather, the winter is setting in, and everybody's feeling a bit so we thought we'd try and cheer you up a little bit and put some smiles back in your faces. So the more interaction you have with us, the more this works in a better way.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
And I don't know about anybody else, but we seem to be backloaded with birthdays in the lead up to Christmas. It's always such a lot to organise. We've got your birthday, or no, let's go in order.
Your birthday.
My mum's birthday, my birthday,
Will's
William's birthday, your birthday,
yeah.
Your mum's.
Yeah, my mum's, and then B's.
And then Beatrice.
Yeah.
All these birthdays, all in the lead up to the 5th of December, all throughout sort of late October, November and December. And that's mega organisation skills required from me.
Just from you, is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, can I just say as well that, we've been together for over 10 years, and one of the things which we've, always prided ourselves on being romantic and all of that type of stuff, we have just bought each other our birthday presents for this year. So
we're in consultation with each other because we didn't trust our own judgment.
And also things are a bit rubbish at the moment. So yeah, I've bought Zoe a new hairdryer.
And I bought Richard a new waterproof coat. Romance is not dead.
No, was it ever there in the first place? But
Gone are the spas and the golfing spa
when
breaks.
we very first got together, okay, Zoe actually managed to, at one of our local places in Bradford-on-Avon, she managed to decorate a little cabin that they had there, and we had a special dinner.
It was by the canal.
By the canal in Bradford-on-Avon, decorated
I was
it all
really impressed
out.
with myself. I don't feel I'd ever have the energy to do that again. It had candles.
Waterproof coat.
Lights, music, action, questions.
Waterproof coat.
Hairdryer.
Gets good reviews.
Nanotechnology. Woohoo.
Nano-E, apparently. You've got to say
Nano-E,
Nano-E
okay.
technology. So, yeah, we go. Anyway.
So are all of you as equally romantic as us in these practical times, or is romance still alive and well with you?
Who knows?
We need
about
some
that.
therapy, some help.
We do need some therapy and some help, but that's a different matter altogether. Just to let you know, tonight as well, we're discussing how we've been doing these Q&As and stuff, and we thought tonight, apart from drinking wine, which is obviously not a daily occurrence,
It's a small glass, and our first, I will say, this week.
it's Tuesday. We're actually going to get up off our backsides today and actually do some demonstrations for you as well on some technical tips. So just to make it slightly different than it has always been. Just very quick other updates as well, just regarding the workshops. Obviously, there's going to be either 18 or 20 spaces available, 18 at Bath, 20 at Swindon available. So it will be much more limited spaces. So if you do want to book onto those, then the best way to do that is ensure you are a Patreon member. Time to mention Patreon. So a number of people ask, what is Patreon again? So Patreon is our online classes. Basically, we record the classes, edit them all out, and then I upload them to YouTube in a secret page that we have there on YouTube. And then you pay a monthly fee and you get access to, depending on your monthly fee, a different amount of workshops. You do get access to all of the back catalogue as well, going right back to April. And a lot of the workshops that we're doing now, we then do try and put onto Patreon the following week. So if you've done the workshop and think to yourself, can't remember what it was, yes, you get a small 2 or 3 minute clip of what the actual workshop was in a quick run through, but to get full teachers and stuff, we thought we'd link it up to the Patreon site as well, so you get all the teachers in full depth of myself and Zoe being on microphone for that as well. So yeah, that's the best way to do it. Patreon.com/Richard and Zoe. Costs just £10 per month plus VAT. From that moment, there is beginners on there as well. We do have the beginners day this Saturday, so there are beginners on there too.
I'm loving some of the other romantic presents that are coming in here. So Jemima and Johnny bought a joint birthday present, a sofa.
That's not how you spell Johnny. Is that Jemima? Is that how Johnny spells his name? So that's a very unusual way of spelling Johnny. And
there's a fly.
There is a fly. Did you get it?
Don't know. And Richard, did you buy Laura a watering can, or did Laura buy you a watering can, or was it not Laura? Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, so Dawn got a personal balloon dance.
That's quite romantic. Oh, that could be quite romantic, depending on who did it.
So for those that aren't aware, there's been now 5 occasions. I haven't done it for a while, and not for a while more.
You didn't give Dawn her personal balloon dance.
No.
I wonder where this was going then.
I didn't. I'm guessing John did. So yeah, it's a balloon dance that we performed a number of times in a number of different events. It does involve you being naked with just balloons in front of you. So yeah.
And it is Johnny.
Oh, it's Johnny. Okay, Johnny. I always say that from Dirty Dancing. There's a moment where Baby says, Johnny. So every time that Jemima says, Johnny, I always say that in my head.
She doesn't say it like that.
No, I do though.
Okay.
Well, Baby does.
So there's some other things.
I've got
a fishing jacket and walking socks. Ooh,
okay.
Love is in the air with that.
Woohoo! And a gardening book and a jigsaw.
Oh my goodness. Well, that could be quite romantic. Reading through the book together with a glass of wine, a bit of jigsaw fun.
Jigsaw fun. There's a phrase I never thought I'd hear.
Some people love a good jigsaw. I have not got the patience.
No, we were discussing this the other day, weren't we?
Richard bought Laura a watering can.
Yeah, I guess that much. She's got a gardening business, so surely she could have just put that against expenses. And
I hope you've got some roses or something, Richard, to go with the watering can.
Yeah.
Like some red roses in the watering can. Or...
Now, just very quickly, I don't know if Steve and Claire are online or not, but I am just going to throw him under the bus just a little bit here, okay? So I went out with Steve and Mike last week and played golf, which was great fun. And Claire's remit was that he had to buy her flowers and chocolate.
I need to get a bit stricter with you. How come Steve had to buy Claire flowers and chocolates when he plays
Well,
golf. I didn't get that.
You didn't get that, no. Okay, just enjoy the moment, darling. Okay, so yeah, but
I need to get
he
serious
did buy
now.
her flowers, and she said thank you very much for the flowers. But then she wasn't overly grateful about the chocolate, and the reason for that is he bought chocolate that he likes and that she doesn't. So
Did he know that though?
Yep. Sorry, Steve. So yeah, he bought her flowers and himself chocolate. It did make me chuckle.
Well, at least she got some flowers. I didn't get jack diddly squat.
Well, I'm going out again this week, so you might get something this
I'm
week.
putting down my request. I want perfume.
You want perfume? Oh, that's what I was going to get you. That's quite expensive, though.
I'm worth it, darling.
Yeah. Anywho, so yeah, Dawn saying same day as Top Gun, white uniform moment and whisked out of the bar. Dawn, have you been dreaming again or drinking again? Just wondering that part, but there we go.
Oh, Sarah, that's quite romantic, getting a love seat for the garden.
Okay, except for we built it the wrong way round and it was a socially distanced love seat.
Yeah, but that's still really romantic. You could buy me a love seat.
Look, can I ask everybody not to get me in such crap here, if that would be amazing? I'm going to move on. I am going to move on, and I'm going to do this week's poll, or this month's poll, I should say. Okay, so this month's poll is dear to my heart as always, and once again, this one sat next to me isn't quite on the same wavelength as myself. So let me just bring this up for you.
Well, it depends. You just kind of like dismiss these.
I do.
Regardless.
I do. So the poll is going to be, okay, and I'll wait for it to come up for you guys if I'm honest. So there it is. So should you send / receive birthday / Christmas cards that are just to and from?
Well, they might say happy birthday, love from.
I couldn't care less. So if I get a birthday card and it says to Richard, love, let's use an example. I'll throw my sister under the bus. Claire, my sister, okay? At that point there, what do I physically do? I get the card, I open it and I go, great. And then it might, if I'm, being really generous, sit up on a mantelpiece, cluttering up the front room for 3 days.
And then get used for Beatrice for arts and crafts.
Or you throw it in the recycling. Now, for me, first of all, £2 for a piece of card is
first of all,
way
you don't
too
have to
expensive.
spend that much money on a
50p for a piece of card is way too expensive. Okay, just writing to and from, like when you do the Christmas cards for the children, you've got 30 of them, to X from Y. Who gives the monkeys about that? Much better to give that money to charity, is my thought process behind it. However,
I have a caveat because
You do.
I actually think that it isn't a waste of time if you write something meaningful in it. So, for example, you have written me a little verse of prose or poem
I
about
have.
our time together.
Yep.
And I keep those cards, and then when I read it again, it makes me happy.
So there is a purpose if we're doing something like that. Okay, so if it's got meaning to it and you're putting something in it, I get that, and that's fine. Or you haven't seen somebody for ages, you write a little note in there, all of that. But just the to and from, and that's the caveat for this,
Okay.
complete waste of time, is
Oh,
my
look.
personal. Oh, go on.
Dawn has had us a gorgeous champagne lunch on the beach / hillside, as well as
The postage?
Top Gun white uniform moment and whisked out of the bar.
Oh, hang on here. It does say it was the first year that we were dating. And Dawn, how many years ago was that, and what has John done recently
John,
for you?
good man though.
So 30 children.
Yeah, you said it's like writing 30 children.
Oh, that's
you mean
if-
to a school?
To a school, yeah,
Like
in
to a
their class.
class.
I don't have 30 children. I don't like TV, but I don't have 30 children. I've got 4, that's enough. So there is that. I'm going to see what the starting position is on the polls.
Oh, do you think people have voted already?
I think people have voted already.
Oh, wow.
What
Overwhelming waste of time, look.
Don't
at
give
the
the
moment.
results just yet.
Well, it's only just started.
It has only just started. So yeah, do keep voting. Do keep voting. Right, again, for those that haven't seen this before, we are going to go on to the questions very shortly. We've got another little section, new one for you. Which I'm quite excited by, if I'm honest. In my own little
Richard's
sad
excited by
way.
everything, so that doesn't say much.
I am a little bit. I know. So please do put your questions on there. Okay. So any questions you have coming up, we have some questions that have been sent in, but any questions that are asked live, obviously we don't get a chance to actually see what they ask. So you get a much more honest answer rather than one that we've predicted, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, right, next part. And again, we would love some interaction on this. Now, I was listening to a podcast the other day. I'm a cricket fan. It's a great podcast called Tailenders, okay, with Greg James and Jimmy Anderson and a variety of other people on there as well. And one of the bits that they had on there was Machin, who's a chap that's on there. He said he was interviewing Joe Root, the English cricket captain, and he said, "What is your dream over?" So therefore, sorry, our dishwasher's just opened. So therefore, who was his bowler that he'd like to face? Where would it be? Who's at the other end? All that type of stuff. And I thought, what would be a really nice thing is what would be your dream dance? So there are 3 things that you need to think about. So first of all, your dream partner, okay? Ignoring partners, okay? So you can think of somebody else. Your dream venue, so where would it be? Could be very dangerous. I'm aware of that. That's why I'm doing it. Okay, and thirdly, your dream song. So your favourite song in your favourite venue with your favourite dancer.
I'm definitely not answering the perfect partner thing if I can't say you. You have a huff when I dance with, like, Simon Rich, for example.
Oh, do I now?
So can you imagine if I said I had, like, a perfect partner?
Is Simon your perfect partner?
I didn't say that. I was just saying, can you imagine if I said anybody's name, they would become the next.
The next what? Where's this going?
In our relationship.
Yes.
Anyway, so please do feel free to answer yourselves.
Yeah.
So we want you to put obviously your name will come up, but your partner, the venue and your song.
We will let you, if you have to do your own partner, we will let you do that. How's that?
Of course my perfect partner would be you, darling.
Thank you. Me too. Sorry, there was way too long a delay there, but there we go. So yeah, do put in your perfect partners. Good to hear he has a half. Not very rarely do I have half. So perfect partner, perfect venue, perfect song. Do you know my perfect venue? In a strange way, somewhere we've not danced before.
Oh,
I know.
Charming.
I know.
Not taking me there.
I'd like to take you there.
Where?
So I think, and the trouble is, this is back in the day when I used to do the dance holidays, back when I had darker hair. And
and slimmer waistline.
And much younger and much more energy. I used to do Barcelona. I think I did it 4 times. And I'm pretty certain on one occasion in Barcelona, we went to this hall where you kind of opened the curtains and you ended up in this amazing hall, and there was some fantastic dancing going on. But it was very dark and it was almost pitch black. But I can't remember if that was a dream or if I was drunk. Or if it was a real place.
Oh, we'll have to take me to Barcelona.
So I'll have to take you to Barcelona.
Find out.
Yeah.
I love Barcelona, though.
Yeah.
Barcelona's a good city.
It. And we did come up with song, okay? So Zoe actually said this song, okay? So I'll play this one for you.
Can't hear it, can you?
But yeah, of course you can.
I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you.
I just like this song at the moment.
Yeah, and then I thought of this one. Anyway, just a little thing there for you. So that's not necessarily my favourite song. I just thought I'd put that song on there. But there we go. Right, so do put in your dream dance scenarios.
I don't know if I have a perfect venue.
Do you not?
It was quite fun that time when we went to Cardiff Bay and we weren't dancing at all, but we went to a comedy club.
Oh yeah.
Got absolutely trolleyed.
We
and
did
went
have
dancing
1 or 2 drinks.
on our own in a pub where nobody knew us.
Yeah.
And just danced on the dance floor. It was really fun. That was quite nice.
That's about 10 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A while ago now.
Long time
Yeah,
ago.
remember those times when you could visit Wales?
And you didn't have children.
You didn't have children as well. Right, we are going to move on to the questions then, okay? But do keep your questions coming in. Do also keep your dream dance coming in as well. And please do feel free to offend anybody that you wish to offend.
So we are desperately looking for a new TV series because the last one that we finished watching was Lie to Me. And we now just have this void in our life. We only watch it probably...
Every night?
No, but like for an hour, just chill out time, right? Sometimes before you go to bed or whatever, when you just need... Children are in bed, you need just a bit of downtime before you... finish for the night. Sounds weird,
That
but
just
you know
sounded
what I mean. And yeah, we're just stuck on what to watch.
Yeah.
What have we watched recently?
We watched it. It was terrible, Maximum Cheese, but we did watch Emily in Paris, and
Oh, I quite liked that.
I mean,
It was quite nice.
it's rubbish.
No, it was quite nice.
It's so bad. I found it quite entertaining, if I'm honest. But so we watched that, which was fairly straightforward.
What did we watch before Lie to Me?
I generally can't remember. We've watched loads. Is the problem?
Well, just on and off.
Yeah.
We're trying to get into Bones, but I can't get into that so
So
much.
Bones back in 2006, but it hasn't dated massively well.
No, and I don't like her, and
The acting's fairly average at best. But I thought
What
if
was the
Zoe
one where
did
that
like
lady
it.
stabbed that person on the beach? And she had they were different. There was like 3 series of them.
Oh yeah, remember that, but I can't remember what it was called.
called.
No, I can't remember either. But so yeah, any series we would
Anybody
love to.
watching anything interesting at
Yeah.
the minute?
That's not Tiger King. We've definitely been
Oh
past
God,
Tiger King.
Tiger King, been and done that, yeah.
That was so March coronavirus.
Oh, Little Fires Everywhere we watched.
Yeah,
Trying to think now.
yeah. The trouble is with Netflix and Amazon Prime, there's so much on there. You kind of look through and go, don't know.
Oh, we watched the train, the snow,
Oh yeah,
Piercer.
Snowpiercer. Yeah,
which was quite gripping.
yeah. Watched that as well.
Lots of different things.
There is, yeah. We don't know. Anyway, like Conspiracy, Designated Survivor can be a bit cheesy. We like a bit of cheese.
Oh, Susan's been watching Heroes. Now that's a good one because
Yeah, we haven't watched that. have we?
No,
And we tried the Umbrella Academy, couldn't get on with that. That was kind of just a bit weird. We've watched a number of things just for once or twice. We did
watched the film.
start watching Cobra Kai. So for those that haven't seen this, 34
really desperate.
years on since the Karate Kid and Johnny and Danielson meet again.
Daniel
I mean,
LaRusso.
If you're
LaRusso
talking
Motors.
maximum cheese,
It's dreadful. Don't watch
it
it.
is pretty awful.
The Fall.
The Fall, we watched that.
haven't
Yeah,
we?
we've
We've
seen
watched
that.
Jemima. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
we did watch that as well. But there we go. So
Keep any ideas rolling in, and we will have to check them out.
yes. Right, we're going to stand up. We're going to do a demo quickly.
Oh,
okay.
we are.
We are. So we need to push that chair a little bit out that way, otherwise it stays in picture. And I'll turn the thing down a little bit. Okay, so one of the questions that's come in, and this is a question that's often asked, we can go that way, it'll be easier, is why is it when the ladies step back, do we try and get them to straighten their leg? Okay, so we're going to do the downward view. Oh, good. Okay, so get that out. There we go. Perfect. That will do for now. Okay, so why do we get the ladies to straighten the leg? Okay, so this is the general principle.
Not having headphones.
No, because we can't see both, okay? So when we take a step back, we always try and get the ladies to straighten their back leg as they step back. Mrs. B, would you like to start to explain
Is the
why?
pole in the way?
Hmm?
Can you get rid of the pole?
Oh, can I get rid of the pole? I can get rid of the pole.
Without like getting rid of it.
I don't know. There
Can
we
you
go.
hear us from there?
Yes, I
Can
can.
you hear us okay?
Yep. That's what I've got now. Okay, so when we're looking for the ladies to take a step back, when the ladies step back with a straight leg, A, it looks much better. B, you're transferring all of your weight back onto that heel, so there's no weight on that front foot. But also what you've then got is your weight going up at the end. Now, what do we mean by that? So as Zoe steps back, she's going to straighten her back leg here. And if you watch my hands, okay, the hands almost just start to raise ever so slightly. I'm not saying we're bouncing our hands at all, okay, but the weight goes up at the very end because Zoe's taking all of her own weight. If, however, as Zoe steps back, she's going to bend her back leg, then you'll notice that my hands start to drop down and Zoe then starts to pull against my hands. Now, for stylistic times, there's the odd occasion when you would do that, ladies, but as the default, we're always looking for you to straighten that back leg as you step back, and it means you become a lighter dancer and it looks much better as well.
And it's quite nice to get that hip action working as well. So yeah.
As you step back, ladies, always try to straighten your leg. There we go. That's demo number 1 for you. We've got a couple more demos for you, just to let you know. Coolio! Right. Oh, there's a few more comments that we haven't done there. So, Neil Hall, oh, sorry. I was getting confused then about, I thought that was a TV programme.
Stop talking.
Sorry. Right, Natasha then says, J-Lo, thank you for it not being me, that's great, I like that. Neil Hall, chat room, and
He's getting a hop on now.
please don't mention me. And Beautiful People by Khaled. It's a very good song. So for those that don't know what that song is, Let's see if I can find it for you.
Line of Duty, we've watched, Janice. That is a very good series.
So this is Beautiful People.
Yeah, this is another good tune.
Beautifully edited out there. So yes, very nice, Natasha. I'm sure Jay will love that as well. So Misfits, we haven't seen that. Yeah, Heroes Season 1 was good. Not Season 2 then? Who knows? Marvellous Mrs. Maisel on Prime. Okay. Very
Top
good.
notch tip. Thank you very much, Desmond.
Yes. American Gods on Amazon was good. Thank you, Alex. Good. We need to make a note of these, but they'll be on there anyway.
We
won't
will.
they?
We
So,
can
yeah.
look them up afterwards.
We will look them up afterwards. So yeah.
So are leads supposed to straighten their back leg when they step back?
Ah, very good question, Dawn. It varies, if I'm honest with you. So I'm going to get up
I
and
knew he was going to get up again.
getting up to demo time. So
Let's sit here.
you sit there. That's fine.
I'm in the way.
That's all right. Okay. So if I'm stepping back, if I'm stepping back and I'm doing this, if I'm going back, then yes, I would often straighten my leg. However, if I'm going out to the side, then I would often have a bent leg. Or, as you step out to the side, you can have a straight leg as well. So the main thing is to commit whether you're going out to one side or if you're stepping straight back. But yeah, quite often I would have a straight leg because again, that gets much more hip action going for the men. Again, I probably wouldn't step back and sink down at that stage there. That's answer to the question. Whoop.
And we're back.
And we're back. Lovely job. Cool. So there's that one for you. Right. I like this question. So what's been your favourite moment from the workshop so far? So for those that don't know, we've been running workshops now since the beginning of August. And the plan is, so a number of people have said, our normal class night's coming back, our freestyle's coming back. The answer is, of course, yes. Everything will come back at some point. Just not this point, okay? And again, some people have said, what's the point of doing the workshops when there's no freestyles or anything else to do? I'll be honest with you, those people that I've seen dancing regularly at the workshops are dancing amazingly well, and it really does show. You look like you're staring at me. It's like...
I am. Sorry, I was just listening.
Like-
It was just comfortable.
So yeah, and I've really seen the real improvement of those that have been doing the workshops regularly. So and also if you leave it too long, then when you do try and get back into it properly, you've got a much bigger mountain to climb than if you have been practicing and dancing already.
And plus, it's a fun afternoon,
yeah.
okay? It's fitness, it's fun, dancing, nice people to hang out with, so...
Yeah, absolutely. And you
Yeah,
still
it's a
get
really
to
fun
see people
atmosphere.
that have been dancing. No, you can't touch them. You can't get within 2 meters of them. However, you still get to be in people's presence.
Yeah, and it does have a nice feel to it, even though you can't dance with other people. It has a nice kind of social feel to it.
Yeah,
because we're all
absolutely.
in the same place together, smiling.
Smiling. And so regarding what's been my favourite moment from the workshop so far, Jenny, I think it was on Saturday at Bath, when looking down on the floor and just literally seeing every single couple with a smile on their face. Sorry, my dear, are we keeping you up?
Yeah.
I started talking, you started yawning. So yeah, I think that's probably been my favourite thing, is because there's so much doom and gloom around at the moment, that to look around and see everybody just smiling and having fun and laughing at me or with me, I don't really care, as long as you're smiling and laughing, then that for me is really key, and try and make sure that people are having a good time in the workshops.
Well, obviously it is difficult for those people
Yeah.
who don't have a partner. We appreciate that, but at the same time, I guess there's two thoughts I have around that. At the same time, I wouldn't wish those who can dance to not have that opportunity and to have that fun and joy in their lives. So even if there are people out there who can't dance and that is not much fun and it's really miserable, and we appreciate that, I still want to give as much fun and pleasure to those people who can benefit from it, and hopefully the individual people who can't dance at the moment, there will come a time when you can again, so hang in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
So
I think also it's Richard's full-time job, his living, so he has to pay the mortgage, so anything we can do as well to keep ourselves afloat, then there is that angle as well, which is a reality unfortunately for us. So not that we would do anything dangerous at all or
No.
push the boundaries, but where we can run something, then we very much would like to, because obviously we have bills to pay like everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Just going back to the dream dance. So Sarah has put dream big people. Patrick Swayze. You might struggle now, Sarah. St. Mark's Square, Venice. Any tune. Who cares? Well, I'll be honest. I wanted to be Patrick Swayze. So there we go. Good. So yes, Angela has put, she started a Facebook group for those of us who would love to dance but do not have a fixed partner. So yeah, do have a look at that. So Angela Stevenson is the person that has started that. So do have a look at
amazing,
that as
Angela.
well.
That's a great idea, because I think as long as, if there are individual single people that can hook up and hopefully find somebody that they can fix with and dance with, then that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you find? Oh, Angela's put. Oh, brilliant! So, to find a fixed partner, rock dance partner.
So you can just click on it, just like that. Because I know a number of people are saying, how could they find someone, they're single and they can be in a support bubble, and that's absolutely fine. So, so yeah, go for it.
A lady did just that, didn't she?
Yeah. So
the weekend she called you about.
A lady called me on the Thursday. Sorry, excuse me. Lady called me on the Thursday saying that she hadn't danced for ages. She really wanted to dance. She put a post on the Rock Live and Dance Facebook group, and she was very nervous about doing it, which I fully appreciated. And I said to her, if you don't put a post in there, you're definitely not dancing this weekend. Somebody replied, they danced for the weekend, which is amazing. So, so yeah. All we'd say is you're not meant to change partners between workshops.
So yeah, once you have fixed with somebody, you need to stay with them. You can't swap between workshops.
Yep. Unless it's extremely extenuating circumstances.
Extenuating, and then you would need to have a break before you started again.
Indeed so. Right. Next question coming up, okay. I thought this was quite a weird question, but I'm going with it anyway. So, name 3 things that are always within reach by your bed.
Oh. Tissues. Because I sneeze a lot. Oh. I do.
That just sounded very wrong.
Lip balm. And my inhaler.
And your inhaler.
In case I have an asthma attack, but I never have. But it's just force of habit.
Yeah.
Just feel safer with it there.
Phone
that did
charger,
sound wrong.
watch charger, alarm clock. Alarm clock to get me up in the morning. So yeah, when I'm doing the driving, I have to get up at 5:45 in the morning. Woohoo! Love that one, I really do. So so yeah, and do you know, Anne just put the comment on there. She's probably forgotten how to dance though. What's really interesting is that for those that have come back when it has been a big break, yes, the first hour for most people, they're often saying it feels really quite strange. It is a bit like it is a bit like riding a bike, and kind of you do remember how to do it quite quickly, and certainly the first workshop I think for most people is quite a tiring mental experience as much as anything else, but then you do get back into it and you do get dance fit again. So and it's definitely a great way to lose weight again for everybody. So yeah, 3 hours of dancing is a great way to do it. So so yeah, it will be there. Do it. Always a good idea. So do join that group if you want to join that group and find another dance partner, which would be nice.
Sounds like a great idea. Well done, Angela, for starting that up.
Lovely. Right, next dance related question then. What is the difference between momentum and direction, and how do you lead that? So this is one for me.
We're getting up again.
We are getting up again, yeah. I know.
Blimey, can we do all the getting up ones in one place?
No, we're just going to mix and match it. Right, so we can do it from upwards actually. Okay, so regarding dancing and momentum and direction, okay, what we are looking for is, if I come this way around, okay, is to lead your partner. You want to give them momentum. Now, when we step away from our partner, we have what's called elasticity, okay, so we have the elastic band theory I often talk about, and to get Zoe to come forwards, I'm going to transfer my weight towards her is the norm, and that's going to make her come towards me. However, you're right there.
That just looked really glary.
We're okay. Okay. However, what you're not looking for, men, is to pull your partner towards you. Okay. We want to give our partners momentum by using our bodies. Okay. Now, no matter how much you work out, your body's always going to be much stronger than your arms. Okay. So I want to give my partner momentum by moving my body in whichever way it may be, okay, whether you go towards them in elasticity or if you step away from them with the shadow technique. Okay, there's even a shadow there to prove it. Right, so that's when we get momentum. The direction is then using our hand to turn our partner. Okay, however, all the momentum goes from my body moving my partner, and my hand is giving the direction. Generally, when you first start, if we use percentages here, you would generally use about 95% momentum with your hands and direction with your hands at the same time. And as you can see, pretty horrible for your partner. As you get better, you switch that around, and it's probably 95% momentum is done with your body, and about 5% is done with your hand. Okay, so the less you're using your hands, the better it is for your partner to do it. Okay, so use your body for momentum and your hands for direction.
Oh, very nicely explained.
Thank you very much. It's almost like I've done it before.
We're back.
We are back. Indeed so. Right, it's always quite strange. We do our little demos and then there's loads of comments. So Desmond's put Andrea. I'm guessing that's an Andrea of some sort that you know. Second names is always quite useful. Shape of My Heart and Natural History Museum. Well, that would be a venue, wouldn't it? Good. Now, Dawn has said Kindle Cat Glass. Oh, that's the 3 things by your bed. And a number of pillows and cushions that I've taken off the bed, as I know Rich and Lowe will love that. Thank you for the regular listeners and watchers to this in regards to one of the polls that we once did was, should there be cushions on the bed or not? No, because you just put the cushions on the bed, they sit there, nobody goes in the room, and then at the end of the day, you have to take them all off, they get in your way.
Cushions are pretty. And they're great when you want to sit in bed and read and have a nice big cushion behind your neck.
We have a 4-year-old. When was the last time we sat in bed and read?
Or maybe when she's grown up a bit.
Great, so we've got cushions on our beds for another 14 years in preparation.
Well, hopefully she's not going to be coming into our bed every morning when she's 18.
Oh dear me. But there we go. Right, I'm going to ask a question now that my father has put in for us. So yeah, haven't mentioned him so far yet on this. So yeah. So Dot, just to let you know, Dot is back dancing on Sunday. So anyone that's in the room on Swindon on Sunday, we get to see Dot again. Yay!
I'm very happy about that.
I missed.
There's loads of people I miss on a Saturday now because Sarah's doing it because I take Bee swimming on a Saturday afternoon. So I couldn't persuade my mum to get in the pool in COVID times with Beatrice. So unfortunately, I can only do Swindon. But that's great news that I'll be seeing all of you at Swindon.
Lovely.
And you have a lovely Sarah taking care of you all in Bath with Ricardo.
Indeed. Here is the question then from my father, the deeper, meaningful question. And that is, if you could be anyone in the emergency services, fireman, paramedic, nurse, doctor, police, etc., with all their abilities, which one would you choose and why? Well, obviously, I'd get you to be a nurse. Just for the outfit.
Oh, that looks like I could stick a thermometer up your bum.
Do you know what? That's not really what came to my mind, if I'm honest with you. It's really not. So yeah. Thanks.
I don't know why it'd be. I think I'd like to be a midwife because that would be a really rewarding experience to support all the little babies. But I don't think I'd be paid so well. So maybe I'll be a brain surgeon. Might make some more money out of that.
A consultant, yeah. She can charge £500.
Exactly. You can make
do
lots
6
of money.
of those a day.
And money is everything. Think of the stress.
The stress of being a consultant going, do that.
Yeah, that'd be... Yeah, but if you knew what you were doing, I suppose there's not
That's
so much.
how you get to be a consultant, isn't it? If you know what you're doing. generally the plan.
Maybe it's not
a junior doctor.
You know what you're doing, I don't know.
Not quite so successful, yeah. What about myself? I always remember...
I think you should be a fireman, darling.
Do you now? Why is that?
Quite fancy the kit.
Oh, okay. So you can be a nurse and I'll be... This is just sounding dodgy by the second,
With the
isn't it?
tissues by the bed.
Oh,
I do
thanks for that.
apologise. I don't know where these things come from.
Literally.
Oh,
Back
dear.
to Zoe innuendo time. So yeah, we do have digital thermometers. You're absolutely right. So we have this. 36.3. There we go.
Why are you taking the temperature of the computer?
It helps us to 36.3 every time.
Don't be stupid.
I know it does. You're right. You're going to measure yourself, are you? You need to press the button. 36.5. There you go.
36.6.
Are you really doing this? Are we actually spending a minute of people's lives
You
reading
can
it,
keep talking.
reading our thermometers?
36.7.
Well, there we go. So we're both still healthy and alive, which is always quite nice. Anyway, back to the script. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to be a policeman. There was
Oh, no.
Pedro, who's on the crew at Swindon, that's a police officer, and he said, "Richard, you have an amazing job because you are a dance teacher and you are surrounded by people that want to be happy all of the time and that are happy. I'm a police officer and I'm surrounded by the scum of the earth."
Oh, quote unquote.
Quote unquote, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that would be pretty miserable.
Yeah.
Being around sort of upsetting circumstances.
so I think a fireman as well, because generally actually I'm going to
No, fireman would be sad because you.
I'm going to
pull
go
dead
one
people
more.
out of fires.
So I want to be a fireman in the RAF, because I used to be in the RAF, for those that don't know, and the firemen or women in the RAF in the 6 years that I was in never attended a fire.
Well,
And
that
they
would
went
be
to work
pointless.
every day.
You'd have no passion in your job if you didn't
No,
do
but they
anything.
all had amazing bodies because they were in the gym every day. So yeah. Right. I think we are slowly coming to the end. If you do have any other questions, please do feel free. We're just a few minutes away from finishing. We do have the poll, of course, to
Are you not
revisit
doing
as
your
well.
final question?
Do you want that final question, do you?
I don't particularly. I thought you were going to.
Well, let's do it then. Okay, so one more question, okay? And this is one which I have been asked before, and I know a number of people have been asked before as well. So, which Friends character do you think you are most like? Now, I had to remind Zoe of the Friends characters. So, for the
Remind me of the
men,
boys, Chandler.
Chandler, Joey, and Ross. And the girls are Rachel, Phoebe, and Monica.
I don't know their characteristics that well.
You've watched Friends?
Yeah, but like a few times, not like
There were
inside out.
There are about 237
I
episodes.
know I haven't
of
watched that
Friends.
many. I've probably watched about 10, maybe.
I've seen them all. A
So
number of
give
times.
us a lowdown on the characters. So
Okay,
Chandler.
so for the girls, first of all, for the
Okay.
girls. So Rachel, quite ditzy but pretty. Monica, OCD, very organised and tidy. That's not
Oh,
you.
definitely not me.
No. And Phoebe is just off her trolley and talks about smelly cats or sings about smelly cats.
And she's musical.
And
well,
she's musical.
definitely-
So
I think
that-
the only choice that leaves
that
me
leaves
is
you as Rachel. Okay. So on the boys. On the boys, you've got Joey, who's good looking but thick.
Yeah, but you're like Joey when it comes to pronouncing French.
Oh, French.
Which is like, the kids are talking Spanish at the dinner table. He's like, huh?
What?
He can't distinguish any words, even with basic schoolboy or schoolgirl, Spanish or French. It's hilarious.
No. I worked out when I was 13 years old that the majority of people speak English, so therefore I didn't want to spend any time learning a language that was only
So
going to be
cultured.
useful in certain countries. In fact, the main language we were offered was French, even though I have a French surname, and yeah, I don't like France. So yeah, that's why I didn't want to learn French, but there we go. Moving on, so the three boys are Joey, so good looking but thick. You've got Ross, who's scientific.
Looking fake.
You've got Ross, who's scientific, and I don't really know what else. And you've got Chandler, who thinks he's funny and data-driven. So I think I'm a combination of all of them.
Oh, good
I
God.
think
A hybrid, good
I
God,
think-
what luck. What luck I have.
I'm thick, not that scientific, and data-driven.
You're not thick. You're definitely
I'm
not
not.
thick. But you are when it comes to languages, but then your maths are not, so therefore by that definition I would be.
Oh, your boyfriend's here. Simon's turned up for you, Zoe.
Ah, hey Simon.
So Simon, you got to mention earlier on because you were Zoe's dream dancer. You see,
Well, I don't believe I put it quite like that.
you were the first one that came to her mind. That's all I'm saying.
Moving
Look
swiftly
at,
on.
it's got very warm in here all of a sudden.
What I was actually saying was that Richard gets very sensitive whenever I dance with Simon.
Yeah.
Come on.
Moving on.
So
Right.
who are you then? You think you're a combination of all of them? Now you have to pick one.
I have to pick one. I don't really know. I think probably Ross, if I'm honest. Maybe Chandler. Or Joey.
Joey when you're
It's one of
speaking
those.
French.
Joey when I speak French. So yeah. Oh, so Sarah wants to speak Italian just in case she's dancing in Venice with Patrick. So there we go. Oh, so Simon thinks you're more Monica.
But I'm so not OCD.
No, and
I
not
like
or
couldn't
tidy.
be- No, I couldn't
Actually,
be further.
Monica's closet, which is the untidy part,
That's
just
my house.
That's just you. Yeah, fake OCD. Anyway,
Maybe,
how
yeah.
you doing? You're right. Yes. But,
Oh my goodness.
but yeah, I think I don't know which one I'd be. I'm not any of them really. Poll time. Let's move on. Here we go. Right, so the poll, for those that weren't aware, is should you send / receive birthday / Christmas cards that are just to ... and from ... Okay, I will now show you the results.
It's you that's more Monica.
Oh, I'm more Monica. No, that's true. Yeah, I'm quite
Yeah,
nice.
actually, we shouldn't just limit it to gender
Oh, okay.
specific.
Really?
Like, I could be a bloke and you could be a female character.
We've got the poll results.
Woohoo!
So, no, what a waste of time, effort, and the environment. 63% of people.
Wow. Let's ditch the Christmas cards then. Ditch the birthday cards.
So here's Rachel, apparently. So it's going to be the next poll, isn't it? Which one are you most like? So there we go. We're going to ditch the Christmas cards and birthday cards. I'm very particular that I never want to receive a birthday card.
Oh yeah, don't be offended if Richard just says, "Don't get me a card."
Yeah. In fact, I did that when they were saying, you know, the office when I'm working in there at the moment for driving is.
Offended.
I offended them by saying they was talking about getting a Christmas card. I'm like, oh, don't give me a Christmas card. I don't want one. Well, no, it's a birthday card. So when's your birthday? You should get a birthday card. I don't want people to sign a card with a pointless note on there. Just give £2 to charity.
Apparently, Richard, you'd be Chandler Bing.
Chandler Bing. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been lovely.
It has been lovely. So just as a quick recap, don't forget to sign up to Patreon. Okay, all our online classes are on there. There's about 85 classes, new classes every week as well. Loads of different styles and the different standards, beginners, intermediates and advanced as well. Workshops coming up this Saturday is Bath for beginners. Then we've got Swindon for 3 weeks and intermediates, and then it's going to alternate till the end of the year with Swindon and Bath.
Please share the workshop links. If you see us post about them, please spread them around so that people know that they're going on. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, Valentine's cards, never received one.
That is not true. He's talking out of his backside now. What do you mean you've never received one? I've got 3 up in the drawer with a lovely message from me in them.
Except from you.
You big poo.
Yeah, indeed so.
Oh dear.
Right, we're going to bid our fond farewells, my dear.
We are.
Yeah,
It's
so
lovely to catch you all.
it is so nice to see everybody. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll turn this into a podcast, an audio podcast as well, so you can get to listen to it as well. And we will be planned to be back the first week of November on
my
the
God.
Tuesday as well. So
And then in December we can have a Christmas special.
we could dress up as Christmas outfits.
What Christmas outfit have you got?
I'll find them.
Okay, watch this space. We will be in Christmas outfits for the December edition.
But for now, we're going to bid our fond farewell. Thank you ever so much, and we'll see you again soon.
Love to you all. Bye.
Bye.